Been to a boxing ring and fighting me the honourable way. I wouldn't be afraid of him in his barn anyway. Do you understand? I know I'll be walking out of that barn. Do you understand? I know I'm the man that's walking out. I would best him in the barn or in the boxing ring because he's in the wrong. And you cannot be wrong and strong.
Yeah, but he was the one. He was the one who called it on, not you. He started it. He gave it the big one.
He started it, Carl.
He had his bluff called, and then he went quiet. So it's a little bit. I mean, we'll leave John Fury now, but he's in.
I'll fucking chew yous up and spit yous out. There's men taking juice to be as big as John Fury. I eat beef steak and stew. And eat worms. Eat worms for breakfast. Like you, the worm Froch, who shit yourself. Plenty to say now, you fugazi. You pussy. I'll fix you when I see you, mate. I'll batter you into oblivion. And your fat fucking ugly mate with you. Your camera-did cunt Joe Egan pal.
Joe Egan has stepped into the growing John Fury controversy, questioning why Fury appears more interested in calling out other names instead of accepting a fight with him. According to Egan, someone who talks with so much confidence should have no problem backing it up when a genuine challenge is on the table.
And a fraud, fake hard man. I will show him how much of a fake hard man I am. He's the one that's shying away from.
He believes avoiding the matchup only creates more questions about Fury's intentions. Egan himself doesn't seem bothered by the back and forth. While the headlines continue to grow louder, he has remained calm, insisting that actions inside the ring matter far more than words on social media.
Times in life, and I don't know if you'll agree with me or disagree with me, but there's times in life where sometimes you've got to stand up and be countered, and sometimes you've run your mouth, or you've said the wrong thing, or you've done something you regret, and you've actually got to stand and you've got to face it and front it and be a man and say, right, okay, I've done this, now I need to go and see the headmaster, or I need to go and see the kid that maybe I took his lunch money off him and the big brother wants me. I've got to take my licks now, I've got to stand and fight and defend myself. And John Fury's in a position where he's ran his mouth, he's given it the big one, you've come and fronted it and said, okay, here we go, you've taught the one, here I am, I'm here for you, I'm ready for you, you've taught the big one, now all you've got to do is step up to the mark. And it's embarrassing.
In his view, reputations are built by accepting challenges, not by constantly talking about them. The rivalry has only intensified as John Fury continues issuing public warnings through interviews and online videos. Yet critics argue that despite all the bold statements,
I'm going to bump into you, and when I do, here's a statement, I'm going to do the two of you on the same night. You can two me. You two shithouses can try and two me. I'll batter the shit out of the two of you. But I'm telling you now, it's at your fucking peril, boys. It's at your fucking peril. And if I've got to go back to jail for you two shithouses, you fucking fugazis, fakes, I don't mind doing it. But believe me, look here, running, training, 20 stone 9 pound. I'll fucking chew yous up and spit yous out. There's men taking juice.
the fight everyone keeps talking about still hasn't been finalized. Every new interview seems to add fuel to the fire, while leaving fans wondering whether the two sides will ever settle things in the ring. Derek Chisora echoed the thoughts of many within British boxing, suggesting that if there's genuine interest in proving a point, then the focus should be on facing the opponent who is actively calling for the fight. Joe Egan has repeatedly expressed his willingness to step in, making the ongoing standoff even more intriguing.
He's always defending his kids, yeah. Point number one, yeah. John Fury should fight that Irish guy. I also have a traveller guy who keeps calling him out in London. I forgot his, Joe Egan. That fight should happen, yeah. You know, stop going around and headbutting young boys. He should fight.
Eddie Hearn also weighed in, pointing out that verbal exchanges can only go so far before fans begin expecting real action. According to Hearn, rivalries eventually reach a stage where contracts become more important than headlines.
Right? One is because I'm not involved, and two, because Carl's not the kind of geezer who you can start saying, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and if I see you, because you can say that to me, I'm a wet lettuce. You can't say that to Carl Froch.
Carl Froch has never hidden his opinion either. He has described Fury's behavior as intimidation and insisted that experience inside the ring speaks louder than outside theatrics. Froch reminded fans of the biggest moments of his own career, arguing that elite-level boxing is decided by proven ability rather than loud confrontations.
He doesn't look wild, does he? He looks
looks a bit older. I don't want to give him any stick, but he looks He's 10 years older than me, 60-year-old man. I'm pressing on for 50. So, is it a fair fight? I think we both know it isn't, but he's called it on at Tottenham Hotspur.
Former world champion Duke McKenzie attempted to cool the situation by describing much of the drama as entertainment. Even so, he admitted that if the conversation ever shifts from promotion to an actual boxing match, Froch's championship pedigree would make him an extremely difficult opponent for anyone.
Carl Froch, at the age that he is at, would still be enough for John Fury. Now,
Adam Smith offered a similar assessment. While acknowledging John Fury's size and fearless personality, he believes proven boxing experience would likely become the deciding factor if the rivalry ever reached the ring.
So is John Fury. Listen, it's fun, it's banter, it's entertainment. Carl said to me afterwards, hey, it's all good fun, isn't it?
If they fought, who would win?
I mean, I don't think I would go against Carl Froch ever anyway.
Okay.
In a normal fight. I mean, obviously it's a long time since he's retired, but Carl Froch is a very, very, very top fighter.
That switch haven't they as well?
And John Fury's a big guy, right?
Johnny Nelson revealed that financial negotiations have become another major obstacle. As discussions continued, the gap between both sides appeared to grow, leaving many fans wondering whether the rivalry is moving closer to a contract or drifting further away from one. Despite all the speculation, John Fury insists he still wants the fight.
Calais says, well, I'll give you X, Y, Z to fight Carl Froch. So I gather the last amount was $2.5 million. And I'm thinking, and Carl's like, and the thing is, I spoke to Carl last week at the Ricky thing, and he said, you know what, Johnny? He said, my man's priced himself out of it. You know, if we say, yeah, it'll be all right, give me 5 million. All right, give me 10 million. He's priced himself out of it. I like John. I get John. I like Carl. Carl's my boy. I respect him. It won't happen. It's just, I know it's bad, but it's fun watching these guys wind each other up.
John Fury doubled down on his challenge. His latest comments have reignited debate across the boxing world, with some praising his confidence, while others questioning whether determination alone can overcome years of championship-level experience. Liam Smith believes the feud has evolved far beyond online exchanges. In his opinion, emotions have escalated to the point where both sides now have something personal to prove. What started as verbal sparring has gradually developed into one of the most talked-about rivalries outside the ring.
Really, is make history. I'll be the first 61-year-old man in history to ever take on a 3-time Hall of Famer in Carl Froch. I can't wait.
Darren Till also weighed in, saying that once John Fury focuses on someone, he rarely lets the issue go. Whether this rivalry eventually leads to an official fight remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the tension continues to build, and boxing fans are watching every move.
My last fight with Luke, it was all, you know, they do this, do that, and then when I go too far, it's like, oh mate, we can't do that. Well, hang on, well, what do you want from me? Do you want, are we having it or not?
Johnny Nelson believes John Fury achieved. Darren Till believes dealing with John Fury is never simple. Once Fury sets his sights on someone, he rarely lets the issue fade away. According to Till, that relentless approach is exactly why Fury continues to dominate headlines and keep rivalries alive, long after the first exchange of words.
And then he didn't need to do any more because that's what everybody's talking about. I think Carl is a straight shooter, so Carl will stay.
His latest comments only reinforce that reputation. Fury has made it clear that he isn't backing down, and with every interview, the spotlight on a potential showdown with Carl Froch grows even brighter. Whether fans support him or not, one thing is undeniable: people are paying attention.
Is just so confident in himself. He would gas inside of 2 rounds. 2 rounds, but if he even made it 2 rounds with Carl Froch, he would gas probably in the first round. He's 60 years old. I'm not saying he couldn't hobble about for 4 rounds or something, but he would be gassed inside of 2. Because the way that John runs...
Johnny Nelson believes John Fury achieved one of his main objectives at the press conference. By making bold statements, he shifted the entire conversation toward a possible fight with Carl Froch. At the same time, Nelson pointed out that Froch has never been the type of fighter to back down because of intimidation. If anything, pressure tends to bring out the very best in the former world champion. Dominic Ingle offered a balanced assessment of John Fury. He praised Fury's courage and willingness to accept challenges, saying very few people question his fighting spirit. However, Ingle also reminded fans that courage alone isn't enough against someone with Carl Froch's championship experience and proven boxing ability. Heart must be matched by skill once the bell rings.
We're in the street and everybody's got their opinions, which is good. It keeps it alive.
The Wade concept looked at the matchup from a physical perspective. While confidence has never been an issue for John Fury, questions remain about whether he could maintain the pace over several rounds against a former world champion known for relentless pressure and outstanding conditioning. If the fight were ever to happen, many believe Fury would need to make an early impact before Froch settled into his rhythm.
Fake hard man. I will show him how much of a fake hard man I am. He's the one that's showing.
Dominic Ingle also believes Froch's experience could ultimately be the deciding factor. Years spent competing at the highest level have given him the composure and ring IQ that only elite competition can provide. At the same time, Ingle acknowledged why this rivalry has captured so much attention. John Fury's personality guarantees drama wherever he goes, while Froch has never been known to back away from confrontation. Together, they've created one of the biggest talking points in British boxing. Joe Egan summed up the situation by saying that reputations only matter if you're prepared to prove them when the opportunity arrives. That idea perfectly reflects why this rivalry continues to divide opinion. Some believe John Fury's toughness and fearless mentality would make him a dangerous opponent, while others trust Carl Froch's championship pedigree and years of elite experience to make the difference. If these two ever shared a ring, it would instantly become one of the biggest events in British boxing. It would be a clash between raw aggression and proven championship class, with fans on both sides convinced their man would come out on top. John Fury has made one thing absolutely clear. He isn't afraid to call out one of Britain's most respected former world champions. But confidence has never guaranteed victory in boxing. Carl Froch built his legacy by defeating elite opposition on the sport's biggest stages. And that's why so many believe experience would be the key factor if this matchup ever became reality. Now it's your turn. After everything that's been said, who do you think would win if John Fury and Carl Froch finally stepped into the ring together? Leave your prediction in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest boxing news.